Today we're leaving Cave Creek and we're heading to Tucson, Arizona. Come on. I noticed you're wearing a gold star. Were you a good boy this morning?
I'm always a good boy. So we are here at Gilbert Ray Campground, just south of Saguaro National Park. And it's $20 a night here, which is absolutely spectacular. They have electricity, so partial hookups, no water at the campsites, but that's okay. We can drive down the path here and they've got water and dump and all that stuff. They gave me a gold star because I read their directions. Apparently not a lot of people do that. When you come to Gilbert Ray Campground after hours, you have to self-register, and they only want you to register for one night. And I was going to register for 7 nights, and I even wrote down on the envelope that I wanted 7 nights, and then I put $140 in there, and I marched on down to the place to put it in, and I was looking around and I noticed this giant sign on the wall that says after hours registration is for 1 night only, no refund. So I didn't want to lose my $140, so I quickly crossed out the 7 nights, took out $120, and we only put it down for 1 night. And so they rewarded me with a gold star for following directions, 6 more nights, and a designated campsite. It worked out. The staff here are just absolutely wonderful. They've got a great sense of humor. They're really fun and inviting. We're really looking forward to our stay here. I've got a good feeling about this place.
And you picked up a bazillion pamphlets here.
We got pamphlets galore. There is so much to do here. I kid you not. We're probably gonna have to make multiple episodes out of this park because there's just a lot to do. And it all looks like a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this. So, yeah, that's what we be doing. So stay tuned, follow along, find out what this place is all about.
Wherever I go, I will always know everything I need is right here with me. It's time to let it all go.
So we got all set up here at our campsite for the next week. It's supposed to be nice and sunny this week, so we're gonna have a good time exploring. And we're lucky today the housekeeper arrived. There's our maid Nick. Vacuuming up desert sand. So we're staying just outside the Saguaro National Park, and today we're going to head into the park to the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. Everybody says we have to go check it out, so we're going to make it our first stop inside the park. Come on. Correction to my earlier statement, this museum is still outside the Saguaro National Park, but it's just outside. We could see the entrance to the park, but here we are. It's very busy today. There's lots of cars, and it's Wednesday before noon. So I would say get here early if you don't like crowds. So we're gonna start with the Warden Aquarium Rivers to the Sea exhibit over here. It's the first one to the left when you enter in. One of Pima County's most popular attractions is the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum, which is a fusion experience, exposing guests to the grandeur of the Sonoran Desert. Not a museum in the typical sense, it's an unparalleled composite of plant, animal, and geological collections, with the goal of making the Sonoran Desert accessible, understandable, and valued. Beyond merely an attraction, the museum's conservation and research programs provide important information to help conserve the Sonoran Desert.
My name is Ellen. I'm a docent here at the Sonoran Desert, Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. I've been a docent for about 8 years. This is really important, our Saguaro cactus, because it is the only place in the entire world where they can grow. And so what we see here, the Saguaro cactus, we know we're in the Sonoran Desert, and this is their extent. Now, the reason that they only grow here is, one, their root system is very shallow. The root system is about 4 inches deep. And it goes, if I'm a saguaro and I do a right triangle, that's my root system. It's meant to pull the water off as soon as it hits the ground. So these are the first ones that get the water. But a saguaro cactus can weigh up to about 8 tons. How do you hold up 8 tons with 4 inches of root? You can't do it, even with a broad root system. So the reason they grow here and not in other places is our soil content here is called caliche. Caliche is a very, very hard packed soil. It's almost like cement. So it basically cements those roots into the ground. And that's what holds up that cactus. Now, if you take a cross section, this is what it would look like. So this area in here is where the saguaro maintains all of its water. It's very gelatinous, it's very spongy. But the water is also mixed with oxalic acid, so you cannot drink cactus water. This is the Gila woodpecker. What they do is they'll peck in here. Now, if you feel this, you can feel how hard that is. There is nothing else other than a woodpecker that can get through that.
Whoa.
Very, very hard. So the woodpecker pecks through here, makes that hole that you see. They're going to go inside the saguaro, and they're going to start pulling this. This is the lifeblood of the saguaro. This is a major gaping wound. It's losing moisture. So the saguaro is going to secrete a material, a liquid material, inside that wound. It's called callus material. It's going to harden in about a week to 10 days, and it's going to create a saguaro boot.
Oh my gosh. It's like paper mache.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is a spine. Now, as you see, what supports the saguaro is just a bunch of these spines. Again, you can feel that. Really hard, strong wood.
Whoa.
Could take 20, 30 years for a saguaro to completely die. But eventually it's going to leave behind just the skeleton, and usually it falls over. Then if there is a boot, those boots are collected, and this is what you've got. The Tohono O'odham people would collect these if they found them in the desert, and they would use them as vessels for storing grain or for water. They'll also use the ribs to make the kiwi pod stick. The kiwi pod stick is what they use to pull fruits off of the tall saguaros. We cannot age our saguaro cactus. The taller they are, the older they are, but even then, we can't really say. You have 2 saguaros that are close to each other. One could be this big, one could be this big. This one might be getting more water. The most important thing to the saguaro is its water. They can expand. As hard as this outside is, they're actually able to expand. They do not get fruit or arms until they're mature. Here, they mature at about 65 to 70. But not every saguaro will get arms. 99% of your saguaro will fruit out, but we don't know why some get arms and some don't. In the lifetime of a healthy saguaro, they say it can produce upwards to about 40 million seeds.
Incredible.
Of those seeds, very, very few will become new saguaros. I hope you really enjoy and have loved meeting our desert. The Sonora Desert is one of the most magical, beautiful places in the world.
There is something we need. It's a leap of faith. A step away from the comfort zone and be a little brave. So take a look around you.
The Cactus Gardens showcase the Sonoran Desert's vibrant ecosystem and represent a variety of bionic communities found within this region.
It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful
There's a nest at the top of this tree. Oh, dude, these don't have any spines on them.
Whoa, what the heck? This looks plastic.
It feels nice and smooth, though.
So many colors here.
This is the coolest cactus garden I've ever seen.
Without a doubt.
It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world out there. Oh, it's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful
While commonly unpopular due to their creepy crawly and slithery appearances, the reptiles and invertebrates in this living museum are fascinating creatures that play an extremely important role in the ecosystem. Without predators like these snakes, rodents would most likely rule the world. With 13 species and a few subspecies, the Sonoran Desert is home to more species of rattlesnake than any other region in the world.
We've got caves and minerals. We're gonna go check that out real quick. Oh wow. Oh, that's neat. Cave explorers. Oh, that's neat. Cave pearls. Did you see this room over here? It's amazing.
Yeah. You weren't kidding.
Surprisingly, no cave is really very old in the scheme of things. Most caves collapse after 2 or 3 million years due to the erosion of the landscape outside of the cave. Here's a little perspective for you. Dinosaurs became extinct some 65 million years ago. No open cave is older than about 10 million years, which is relatively recent in the Earth's history.
They're pretty cool with those, Jacqueline.
I can hear
Can you
everything
hear it?
they're saying outside of this room.
Nice.
Does that help your hearing?
Not really.
So if I got you a giant pair of bad ears, you wouldn't hear me any better?
No.
Still have selected wife hearing? So we're gonna head in and learn a little geology about this area.
Understanding the geology of a place is like unfolding the story of the land itself. It reminds us that stability is just an illusion. Geology didn't just happen in the past, but it's currently active, transforming our Earth every single day.
Cool. What is this blue stuff on the rock over here?
Chrysocolla. There's an example over here. Chrysocolla. So it's an abundant.
Ah, cool.
So it's abundant here on the mine belt. These are things that people have found, but it wasn't their favorite. Like the sign says, take the one that you like best and leave the rest for others.
What type of rock is that?
It's hematite. But mostly it's hematite, I believe.
They don't shine over here on the table. That one was kind of purpley in the light. That one's kind of blue. That one's got layers of light. I got you one.
Thanks, baby.
He checked it to make sure it was quartz with his pocket knife.
Nice.
So it could be calcite or quartz, and if you scratch it with a pocket knife and it doesn't scratch, it's quartz. If it does, it's calcite. It's a little bit softer. His pocket knife was a rating of 6, and calcite's a scratch rating of like 4.
There goes somebody. That tree is full of doves. That's what it is. It's my dove impression. Not shy, are ya? Did you get a worm? He got a worm, and he brought it right up to us as we were taking pictures, like he wasn't shy. Big old mealworm. I've been trying to get quail for days. There's like 2 or 3 different types of quail.
You are beautiful, my friend.
We're now entering the mountain woodlands.
Are you gonna take a nap? All right.
So we're approaching Cat Canyon.
Ooh, look how big his paw is.
Oh, I woke him up. Found the bobcat. He's chilling. You can smell it. Like cat urine though. Very odoriferous. Maybe I think we're going underground. Well, we're gonna hang out. We're buddies. Thanks for the show. Hi, baby. The bees and the wasps are aggressive through this part, so that's what that's about. I read that someplace on a pamphlet. Well, just be careful. You can see bugs going back and forth. I don't know if that... Oh, they are bees. There's bees. Good thing we're not allergic. I think because it's January in the middle of winter, a lot of these guys are hibernating. The bears and the turtles. So far.
Ah, splashed me.
They're soft. They feel velvety. So just over this wall, the museum has a desert loop walk. I believe it's just about a quarter mile. You go through all the saguaros, get to see some rock structures, and then also have a panorama of all of Tucson and part of the Sonora Desert. There's so much stuff here. It's like a zoo, an aquarium, a museum, all wrapped in one. It's really cool. I'm glad they recommended we come in here. It's a bit pricey for us, $24.95 for general admission, but it's well worth it. Let's go see the desert. Encounter javelinas, coyotes, and lizards in their natural setting while learning about agave plants and native Palo Verde trees. So we're gonna head onto the desert loop now and check out what is out here in the desert. Hey, baby. It's a javelina. I've been looking for them.
It's not like they're snoring while they're awake.
Yeah.
They're purring, maybe?
feel like I'm at Disneyland just eating popcorn and walking through like this attractions.
100%. This is way cheaper.
And it's more fun.
Fun.
It's way more fun. I'm not just standing in line all day. We've been here for 5 hours, like that. Yeah, we went at a moderate pace. I do have to say, I was very surprised at how well this place was put together, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't know there were so many colors in Cactus, and so many birds in the desert. So, I'm happy we came. Yeah, it's a great experience. Good way to kick off our Sonora Desert experience. It's quiet now, everybody's gone home.
Give us some philosophy about life while you walk through the Cactus Gardens.
Cactus philosophy? Well, you're gonna be stuck in a place no one wants to be, like a dry, hot, arid desert. Might as well be like the cactus. They stand tall and proud. They carry their own weight. And every bit of them is beneficial to somebody else. Everything in the desert needs them to survive. They give their love to the desert. Ready? Aw, it bounced off my tongue. That's a pocket popcorn. Pocket popcorn. Well, thanks for joining me in the desert as I eat my popcorn. See you guys all next Tuesday. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like, subscribe so you'll never miss another one, and join us next Tuesday on another adventure. That's me being a tortoise. Tortoise. Oh. Hey.
What do they look like?
Like you're sticking your head in a weird thing that's going to give you a disease.
If you'd like to help support our channel, head on over to our Patreon page, join our crew, and buy us a mile.